Welcome to Inside EKUSports. We have a jam-packed show this week. We'll talk beach volleyball, baseball, softball, but let's begin with women's golf. And Amanda Lindahl is with us. She's part of a team that won for the fourth time in the last 6 years, your own Colonel Classic. That was a great team win. How did you guys do it?
Yeah, it was really a team effort. Elsa played great. She won individually, and then all of the other girls, we all contributed in some way, and we were able to get the win, so that was great.
Yeah, I looked at the consistency of the team. You were 9 over, 15th overall in the tournament, but yet you look and Elsa's 4 under to win it, and then everybody's jumbled in there right around par, just a little bit over. So that consistency is a key, isn't it?
Definitely, and for all the whole team to contribute is important too. That it's not just one player; it's really a team effort.
Do you feel like when you're on a golf course in a tournament like that you're playing a team sport or an individual sport?
Yeah, that is kind of a weird situation because usually we just play as individuals, but now we're together as a team. But I feel like because you play in the groups behind each other, so you always get to see them a little bit at least, but you don't always know how they're doing, and you're kind of on your own, but you still want to contribute to the team. So it's both ways, I would say, yeah.
The Colonel Classic had 13 teams in it, and EKU wins it, as we said. There's one more tournament, an invitational at Murray State this weekend, and then in mid-April you go to the OVC tournament, that chance to get to the NCAA tournament. And what's Coach Moore told you about the importance of the conference tournament? I know as a senior you know all about it.
Yeah, and conference, it's the only time we get to play versus all the conference teams, because our other events are kind of split up and you just play random tournaments. But then at OVC, it's really the only time we get to play the OVC teams, and obviously the most important tournament of the year. And we've all kind of had that as our goal the whole entire year, to be able to win the OVC tournament. So that's really a big thing coming up.
You come to the United States to play golf. You're from Sweden, the country that's probably produced the greatest female golfer in history, in Annika Sörenstam. Yeah. How did you end up at EKU?
So I was kind of looking to go to college and play golf because we don't really have that. In most other countries, you can't really get a university degree and play sports at the same time. So it was also through our GA right now, Sophie, that's from Sweden. Right. So I played with her in a tournament over the summer, a year before I came here, and that's kind of how I got in contact with Mike, that was the coach at that time. And now we have Coach Moore instead, which I really enjoy playing for her as well. So I had a great experience.
Mike Whitson, who moved over to the men's team, and Mandy Moore taking over. And you told me you have met Annika Sörenstam once.
I have, yeah. She gives back a lot to junior golf, and especially in Sweden. So she hosts an event there for girls every summer. So I played in that twice, I believe, and I got to meet her at that event. Yeah.
International business major, so after golf, I'm sure, do you want to keep golf in your life some way?
Yeah, in some way. This summer I'm going to give it a try and see how that goes. And after that, eventually, keep getting another degree, going on in business. But yeah, first off, golf, and then I'll take the rest, depending on how it goes, yeah.
I've said this a lot on this show, the international athletes, I just love the exposure that everybody has to each other, because it's a great mix. And you have that on the golf team. What does that mean to you, to meet people from the United States and other countries, get an education out of your own country? And how do you think it's molded you as a young lady?
It means a lot. First of all, I've grown a lot as a person from being here and being so far away from my family and being able to do everything on my own. And also it's a great experience to see different cultures and meet people from different places, and also making friends from other places so you can go visit them and all that. And even though we only have 2 internationals on our team right now, me and Raga from Iceland, right, we still have kind of spread out in the US as well, our team. They're from Arizona, Wisconsin, and a little bit all over the place, so that's really cool.
How many languages do you speak?
I speak Swedish and English and a little bit of Spanish, because I've had to take that in school, but not fluently at all for Spanish.
You're 2 ahead of me.
Yeah.
Congratulations on the Colonel Classic win. Good luck to you and the rest of the team, Amanda, coming up in the OBC tournament.
Thank you so much.
All right, that's our look at women's golf. When we come back, we'll check in on the EKU baseball team here on Inside EKU Sports.
Every day is a concept that few people can commit to. Every day requires a level of dedication that forces you to test your limits.
Every day I'll give back to the community because I draw strength from their support. Every day the sounds of your cheers will echo through my mind. Knowing that you have my back means I can always look forward.
Every day I'll be too tired to sweat and my bones will ache. Every day will provide me with the slight edge that I need to succeed. Champions are built every day.
Is Pickle struggling to get up and down the stairs?
No, why?
Does she cough a lot or often experience shortness of breath?
No.
Does she hang out with the wrong crowd of dogs?
Say what?
I'm afraid Pickles here is a smoker.
When you smoke, your pet smokes. Quit Now Kentucky offers you the free help you need to quit tobacco. To learn more, text QUIT KY to 797979.
We talk baseball now with the head coach of the Colonels, Edwin Thompson. You had won 5 OVC games in a row before a tough loss on Sunday at SIU Edwardsville. But after that start at Morehead State, you guys are right back in it. And you look at the conference this season. Yeah, you're tied for 6th right now, but you're tied with the 2 leaders in the loss column.
Yeah, we're a weekend behind as far as the standings go. But, for us, it just comes down to each weekend is so important. I think this year, more than any, the league's kind of wide open. So it's really important for us just to kind of play consistent each weekend and just try to win every series we possibly can and, see where we're at the end.
Caven Brown is really giving you good starts on the mound. He has 6 wins, one of the top guys in the country.
He's been great. It's what a senior does. We think sometimes last year he had moments when he beat Vanderbilt and had some good moments here and there. He's finally put it all together this year, and we're really excited about what he's doing so far, week in and week out, to give us a good, that swing day, whether it be, win a series or to just hold, to after respond after last night, a tough loss on Friday or whatever it may be. But he's in a big part on Saturday for us.
Nick Howie leading you as well, does a great job in the classroom. Yeah. We talked with him, a 4.0 student, and he's almost at the 4 mark in batting. He's, I think, right now 364. He'd been nudging around 400 a lot of the year.
Yeah, it's just consistency. I think when you talk about good hitters, elite hitters, they're consistent. They don't change who they face and what we do. He's been really solid for us, and he's been getting driving runs in. And when we need a home run or a big hit, he's that guy we kind of look to batting in the 3-hole. He's been a great job for us.
Every team will say we made an error when we didn't need to, or we left a couple of runners on base in a situation. How many times have you felt like that's gotten you in a game, or how many times do you feel like you've taken care of that and not created that problem? Well,
I think it's game to game. This weekend, like on Sunday, we had the base loaded 3 times or 2 times there and just didn't get the run in when we needed to, which could have separated ourselves in the game. But some of those games, things are going to happen. I think errors happen, and how we respond from those sometimes we have to do a better job at times. But I think overall we've been pretty consistent with just going to the next play, the next pitch.
The midweek games have been really tough opponents, and midweek's a different dynamic for baseball than any other sport. And I know at times you feel like you've struggled with that about what you want from your team.
Yeah, we just have to understand every game is important, and no matter what it's a weekend or not, we have to value that. And sometimes in midweek games, you lack of pitching depth. Sometimes guys are used on the weekend that you may not pitch in midweek. All those things factor in, but most important, we just got to play better baseball in the middle of the week, and hopefully on Wednesday against Xavier, we'll do a better job of that.
Off we go to another OVC series. You're at home against Austin Peay. Right now, they and Belmont at the top of the conference with a number of wins, but also with 4 losses. And we talk about a jumbled conference here. You got to make the top 8, top 6. You don't have to play the play-in games. So this Austin Peay series, they're all important, but you know how important this one is.
It is. They got a really good guy on the mound. They have one of the better pitchers in the league. They got one of the better hitters in the league, and so they got 2 seniors that will lead them. Their team's really well coached, and we beat them last year in the conference tournament. We beat them 2 years ago at our place, 2 out of 3. So, we know it's going to be a good series. Every series from here on out is going to be a challenge, and I think we have to just value each game and try to, get out there with a series victory.
We'll have a pair of those games on ESPN+, and it is a matchup of a team last year at EKU who knocked off nationally ranked Vanderbilt, and this year Austin Peay has a win over Western Kentucky and knocked off Vanderbilt when the Commodores were #1 in the nation.
Yeah, Yeah, they're really good. I mean, I think that kind of says a lot about our league. Our league is good. Our league's really competitive, and I think having those wins against top 25 teams year in and year out kind of show how good our league is, and they're right up there consistently every year.
All right, good luck this weekend against the Governors.
Thanks, Frank.
Edwin Thompson, the head coach of the EKU baseball team. Here is the lineup for the Colonels and the Governors. Friday, 6 o'clock first pitch, Saturday's game at 4, and Sunday first pitch at 1 o'clock. We'll have the Friday and Sunday games on ESPN+. When we come back here on Inside EKU Sports, we'll go from the baseball field to the softball diamond.
At Eastern Kentucky University, we recognize greatness starts in the classroom, but it doesn't end there. You have to get hands-on, get real-world experience, and discover who you are meant to be. Be a crime fighter. Be a visionary. Be a colonel. See what you can be. Visit go.eku.edu/colonel.
Take it from me, quitting tobacco isn't easy. It can take several attempts before you can finally quit for good. So if at first you don't succeed, quit. Quit again. And remember, even though quitting is hard, you don't have to do it alone. Quit Now Kentucky is with you every step of the way. For free help quitting tobacco, text QUIT KY to 797979 or go to quitnowkentucky.org.
We talk softball now with senior Brooke Harrison, an outfielder on the team. Brooke, it's been a wild and crazy Ohio Valley Conference season so far. You split with Jacksonville State, a couple of tough losses last weekend and actually Monday against Southeast Missouri. And I know it's just halfway through, not even halfway through yet, but what has Coach said about how do we recover from those two losses?
I mean, our conference is always so unpredictable. So having Jack State and CMO early this year has been, I think it's going to be good for us. So, like, we're not going to, she just said, don't dwell on it. We got to keep moving forward and get the next couple wins.
What's been the thing that you've liked about this team? Where has this team played well?
Our chemistry. Like, we relied heavy on that last year, and then we had a lot of new girls this year, and they just follow suit, and we've had great chemistry, and that gets us a long way.
The pitching staff, everybody back, plus you added a transfer from the University of Kentucky, Methody Todd. So the pitching is deep. And again, just figuring out the puzzle of pitching has been one of the things that you continue to work on.
Right. So pitching, I mean, it's so key. Hitters have gotten a lot better, and they've seen our pitching a lot since we have all the pitchers back. So we just got to figure out who's going to be consistent in starting and finishing the games.
You came from Riverside, California to EKU, and there is a good connection. Coach Worthington played at Utah State, so there's a lot of recruiting around Kentucky and then recruiting from out west as well. Why did you pick EKU?
I fell in love with it when I came here. The environment, the people, everyone's so nice, and Coach and the girls were so welcoming, so I couldn't pass it up.
You're not the only senior on this show this week, and every senior I talk to, I ask them, time flies, doesn't it?
Oh, yes.
Can you believe you're a senior?
No, I remember I was a freshman like yesterday, and it's sad. I mean, I'm just trying to like just enjoy every minute because it really does go by fast.
Business management major, you will graduate in May, but you've told me before we got on camera that you may continue into master's program, you hope, here at EKU.
Yeah, they just redid their master's program last year, so I think it's going to be a good suit for me, and I can still be around athletics and around the girls.
So many young ladies that play softball on every team I prepare for when we do a broadcast, they play 2 or 3 sports in high school, and they seem to always have good grades as well. Were you a triathlete in high school as well? Did you play more than one sport?
I actually didn't. I just played softball. Yeah, softball was every day, all day. Every weekend, that was just it.
I was going to guess volleyball as well.
Really?
You know, California,
I've got that before.
You've got the height, that kind of thing. What's EKU meant to you, and what do you think as you get later in life, what do you think you'll reflect on the most?
Just how much it's prepared me for my career, how much I've grown since I've been here. Just me as a person. I mean, I loved being here and the people around me, so I think it's really prepared me to be successful in life.
You mentioned Jacksonville State, who you battled last year in the OVC tournament and in the regular season. Now SEMO's very good this year. Those already out of the way until conference tournament time. You're at TSU this coming weekend and then back home Tuesday at 4 and 6 o'clock on April 9th against Morehead State. So these are games you've got to take care of. You've got to win against teams below you in the conference.
Yeah, like we're expected to win those games. And I think, like I said, having Jack State and SEMO already behind us, I think is a good place to be. I don't think we're going to struggle from here on out.
Okay, Brooke, great to meet you, and good luck the rest of the softball season.
Thank you.
Brooke Harrison with the softball team. Again, the team in Nashville for a game, a doubleheader against TSU. That's on Saturday, and then they come home for a Tuesday doubleheader against Morehead State. Game times at 4 and 6. When we come back, we'll check in with the newest sport at EKU, getting its inaugural win. That's beach volleyball.
We are more than just athletes. We inspire scholars. We inspire leaders. We inspire champions. We inspire family. This is the Ohio Valley Conference.
EKU's newest sport, beach volleyball, gets its first win, and one of the players, Katelyn Caserma-Kloeble, is with us now. You won on your team with your teammate, and the team won. That had to be a big thrill to finally get that first win.
Yeah, it was, and I mean, history in the making, like they said, so it's really good to be a part of that team, and it was a great feeling. Everyone contributed, so it was good. Beach volleyball is different than indoor. You play with a teammate, so it's 2-on-2. And being a first-year program, the transition has been the monumental challenge. What's been the biggest challenge to go from indoor to outdoor and play this kind of sport? I mean, indoor and beach are basically, everyone's like, oh, how are they different? But it's like you're only playing with two people, and indoor it's like you're kind of relying on all your teammates, but in beach it's just you and your partner. So it's a lot more responsibility, I think, and there's a lot more ground to cover, I guess, technically, because there's only two people on the court. So it's a lot more strategy and communication with your partner and like watching the other side. Your partner is Sydney Shane, and do you feel like you guys have come together as a team as the season's gone along? Yeah, me and Sydney, I think, work really well together, and I think all of the partners are kind of structured, so like personalities mix really well, and I think it's a really good team overall. You will be a senior by classification for next year's indoor season. Yeah. And new coach, Jonna Fausch, was your assistant last year, taking over for Lori Duncan, who retired. So it's going to be an exciting season. What do you think this season on the sand will do to help you as a team on the hardwood? I mean, after our first, I think, beach tournament in South Carolina, we had an indoor practice, and right away it was like, you could just tell people felt faster, jumping higher. It was kind of already like, you could see the difference, and I think it's just going to help our overall performance and like communication, meshing as a team, and everything like that. You're from San Diego, so you should like volleyball on the sand, right? Did you play it all growing up? Gives you a little taste of home. Yeah, well, and it's not been a very warm spring here in Kentucky, has it? Yeah, not necessarily. Oh, do you think, to me, just because of the Olympics, beach volleyball has become a big sport? Yeah, it has. It's definitely grown over the past like 10 years or so, I think. And like the more and more schools are getting it, just like our conference. We have Morehead and then Austin Peay, and I think UT Martin has a team now. Jacksonville does. Oh, Jacksonville, yeah. So it's definitely growing for sure.
What do you look forward to in this coming indoor season? What's the goal for the team?
I mean, we're looking for a ring this season, going for championship, and it's going to be like a big deal with a new coach and everything, and I think we're really trying to set John up for success, and our team's feeling really good this year, so we're excited.
You're a criminal justice major, so after volleyball, what's in your plans post-college?
Well, I was planning law school, and now I think I kind of just might want to head in a different direction, kind of still trying to figure it out, but I definitely like my criminal justice major. The program here is great. But yeah, still trying to figure it out, I guess.
Yeah, it's one of those, you have time.
Yeah.
You know, unlike me, I don't have any time left, but you do. What is it meant to be a colonel? Because you come all the way from the West Coast across to the middle part of the country, and you know, I know it had to be a tough transition at first, but
yeah, I was definitely looking for something different because I mean, San Diego, big city. I wanted something different for college, just to get a different experience, I think, and. I came on my visit here, and it was just the environment in general, I think. I really liked the atmosphere. Everyone was really nice, and I just learned to, like, love the school, I guess.
A couple of more sand volleyball matches coming up, so good luck the rest of that season. We'll see you in the fall as well.
Thank you.
All right, that is sand volleyball getting its first win, beach volleyball at EKU. That does it for another edition of Inside EKU Sports. You can keep up with all things going on inside the athletics department by liking and following all of our social media pages. And as always, we say, go Big E.